The Isle of Man has officially entered the medical cannabis market. Pharmafield reports that the Isle of Man government has passed legislation that would allow licensed businesses to cultivate, sell and export medical cannabis globally. The move is widely seen as the result of years of campaigning by civil organisation and prominent figures on the island. The MPs sitting in Tyneworld unanimously backed the proposal to update the Misuse of Drugs Act 1976. Reportedly, in the future, certain businesses and people living and working on the Isle of Man could apply for licences that would permit them to work with cannabis. The document will cost between £250,000 and £45,000. According to the paper, the government estimates £3 million in profit per year, while the cannabis market could create up to 250 jobs on the island. It is also known that the government has named the Isle of Man Gambling Supervision Commission to regulate the industry. Mark Rutherford from the GSC said, "The island has a track record as an early adopter in new sectors. Over the course of the past 20 years, acting as regulators for the island's e-gaming sector, the GSC has developed expertise in the industry crime-free, protecting consumers and providing transparency, and this experience is complementary to the skills that we require for this new and emerging sector. This is an exciting opportunity, and we have a sophisticated framework for supervising gambling, which can easily be adapted to regulate the cultivation and processing of cannabis. We recognise there is huge potential for this new sector to create a real positive economic benefit, so we need to ensure that we treat the new cannabis sector like we have treated the gambling sector, that license stakeholders that are competent, credible and crime-free from the outset." In November 2020, while reporting the accessibility of the medical cannabis market on the Isle of Man, we talked to David Ashford, the Minister for Health and Social Care. Mr Ashford then reminded that in 2019, the government of the Isle of Man invited its population to make their opinions clear on a wide range of issues regarding medical cannabis. The results were telling. More than 95% of the respondents said that they supported the regulation of medical cannabis. Mr Ashford said, "Since the results of the consultation, the Department of Health and Social Care has been working on internal policy development and looking at what legal changes would be required." He said, even if there were any sort of relaxations in place to the drugs policy, medical cannabis would still be required to be a prescribed drug. However, he added, "I hope that we can move things on in the next 12 months. On the Isle of Man, the Parliament only has a year to run now before the next general election, which we have on the 21st of September. I would certainly hope that at that time we have reached a point we've been able to start actually getting medical cannabis more freely available to the people of the island."